Hello, beautiful Cancer, and welcome to your reading for this month of. We had a flip. Oh, sorry, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for this month of November 2025. Today, I will be drawing your cards from the Crystal Magic Tarot. And then I will be closing your reading off with an oracle message from the Magical Spirit Oracle. So the cards are a little bit jumpy today, Cancer. Let's see what other messages we have for Cancer for the month of November 2025. Oof. Perfect. And then on the bottom there, we did have the Lovers. So Cancer, energy this month's feeling, a little bit heavy for you this month, Cancer. I feel like there's a lot of purpose coming through as well, but it's feeling a little bit heavier than most of the readings I've done for November. So it kind of feels like life is, or has been lately, Cancer, just pulling things apart, stripping you of what's familiar or what works or what you really have that grounding of trust in. Obviously, so you can rebuild on sturdier ground, but it's been feeling a little bit rough. There's a lot of emotional labor going on here, a lot of giving, and now you're realizing that maybe you can't keep holding everybody else and everything else up without really grounding yourself first. So you have the Queen of Pentacles opening your reading, and that is that beautiful nurturing energy that's so true to your nature, Cancer. You've been doing everything that you possibly can to keeping things running lately, and maybe you've been supporting family, or maybe you've been maintaining your home, your relationship, or maybe you're just really trying to keep yourself composed while juggling 10 things at once. And I feel like Spirit's showing me someone sitting at a kitchen table just surrounded by lists and responsibilities, and you've been the anchor. Yeah, but this card is also asking, who's taking care of you, Cancer? You deserve to be on the receiving end of your own energy as well. You deserve to take care of yourself at times. So you have the Three of Swords here in what you need to release this month, and it's time to let go of the old heartbreak story, if that makes sense. So something or somebody has disappointed you. Maybe someone didn't show up when you expected them to, or when you needed them to. Maybe life took a hard left when you were really finally starting to trust again. And I feel like this card is saying that the pain has already taught you what it needed to teach you, okay? You don't need to carry the memory of this, the echo, the emotion of this anymore. Your heart is ready to heal, but you really do have to stop reopening that wound by replaying what went wrong. Cancer, you need to start caring for yourself, nurturing yourself to really release this old heartbreak or this old emotional pain. So your strength this month, Cancer, is the Three of Coins reverse, the Three of Pentacles reverse, sorry. And I feel like this is speaking about independence. So you might not have had the right support system, the right team around you lately. People weren't, pulling their weight or putting in the right amount of effort, or a collaboration that you were in turned into confusion really, really fast. But your strength is realizing that you can build differently. Now, you don't need everyone's approval. You don't need everybody's help to succeed. You can help yourself. You are the Queen of Pentacles, and you do have that nurturing power to help yourself. This is really about trusting your own work, trusting your own craftsmanship, your own rhythm, and then learning who's truly aligned with your effort, rather than just giving and giving and giving to the point where there's nothing left to give yourself. So next up we have the Page of Pentacles. And this is telling me that, a lot of you, Cancer, you might be questioning your direction right now. You might be feeling a little bit stuck. So some of you might be feeling like what you're working towards or what you're giving to, that the progress is a little bit slow, or that, you're not ready yet. You're not ready for something new. You're still holding on to these past wounds. Maybe you're comparing your pace to the pace of others. Or some of you are doubting that what you are investing in, what you're giving and giving and giving to, whether it will actually pay off. Yeah, and I feel like Spirit's reminding you that slow doesn't mean stuck, okay? You're in a season of rebuilding, and patience will be your biggest ally this month. What you have to celebrate this month, Cancer, is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I know this one sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but this is actually you taking your power back this month. When it feels like life is spinning out of control, Spirit's saying you get to pause the wheel. You get to stop the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is generally about the wheel turning, and it's divine timing. It's a higher source, but I feel in reverse it's saying you get to say when it stops, Cancer. You get to say when all of this that you're putting into a situation and draining yourself stops. You get to say when carrying these old wounds that are stopping you from really moving forward into something new. You get to say when that stops, Cancer. You're breaking cycles here. Karmic loops or old family patterns, unhealthy relationships or emotional habits. This is your moment of conscious choice. You're not at the mercy of fate anymore, okay? You're co-creating it. Yeah, so your closing card is the Emperor in reverse, and it shows that you're learning how to lead in a softer way. So you don't have to control everything or everyone. This could really be releasing authority figures who abused their power. Whether that's family members that abused their positions of power, whether that be, you were in a relationship where there was a massive power imbalance and the person that you were with, they did abuse their power. You could be learning that real strength can be calm this month, Cancer. That real stability and safety can be calm. It can be grounded. Spirit's showing a real shift from this survival mode of, if I give and give and give and give and give everything that I've got, then things will be okay. Things won't turn out the way they did before. And it's moving from that survival mode to self-leadership. You are controlling your fate at the moment. You're reclaiming your throne, but this time it's not built on leaving yourself last or completely draining yourself or being really, really rigid. in how you expect things to play out. It's more built on wisdom this month. Yeah, it's a really beautiful... Oh, I forgot, we do have the Lovers here. An extra message from Spirit. So the Lovers reversed is... It's kind of confirming a disconnection. Or, yeah, there's a really tough choice involving love, involving values, involving self-alignment. And that could be releasing those people in your life who were in that authority figure, and you could love them. But you're realizing that power imbalance, that dynamic, it's not right. It doesn't match your values. It is an Aries energy also, the Emperor. So you could be dealing with an Aries, and there is a tough choice to make. Some of you have been struggling to choose between your head and your heart, or between what's safe and what's true. And yeah, I feel like the message here is real love, with another person or just with yourself. It can't grow in a space where you keep abandoning your truth. Yeah. And you won't this month, Cancer. You won't. You are controlling the wheel this month. And it feels like it's going to be a pretty big month. But hopefully by the end of this month, you can learn to give everything that you've been giving back to yourself and walk away from this old story. Okay, Cancer, so I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Magical Spirit Oracle to close out your reading for this month. I'll take what's on the bottom. Beautiful. And so we have the Servant Queen. You are worthy of beautiful things. You are worthy of beautiful things. This is about your value, your worth, of how beautiful life can really be if you allow it. And I feel like all of the beautiful things that you have been giving and giving and giving as investments, you are worthy to give some of that back to yourself this month, Cancer. This story, this heartbreak story that you've been carrying around doesn't need to be your story. You are worthy of a beautiful, beautiful love story. You are worthy, and I feel you need to this month take that control. Take that control and really make that separation of what is not worthy of you anymore, Cancer. What is not worthy of you? What is not beautiful? To really make that discernment this month, and to find the courage to stop the wheel spinning on that one. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you this month, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope some of you found that helpful. If you did, if it was your reading, or if this resonated with you, please leave me a message in the comments. I would love to hear from you and how this energy is showing up for you this month. And as always, I'm sending you all of the love and all of the light. And I hope you have a beautiful month of November. I will see you soon.